I've had multiple companies that I've founded over the years,
Yeah.
primarily in staffing, recruiting, consulting.
Okay.
And it's been a wonderful ride. And that's why, having grown these bigger companies, both from a local perspective to a national perspective, and then doing international projects as well,
Yeah.
completely bootstrapped.
Wow.
Like literally, having to borrow off credit cards in the very beginning,
We have to talk about that.
and go on into establishing some sort of a credit history, and then be able to go to the banks, and the banks only credit giving credit lines based on our productivity, meaning
Yes.
it was against our receivables. So we already had to have the business in hand
Yeah.
in order to qualify for the funding. And now, I've been angel investing for the last 10 plus years,
Yeah.
and looking to do more and more of that. That's what Aurora Capital Growth is, the investment sort of fund
Yeah.
that I'm setting up. And what I find is the mood has changed now into saying, I have an idea, let's go collect some money.
Yeah.
And that's not the point. Again, at the end of the day, I am an investor. And just as my mandate to having my own businesses was create something, a good idea that offers a solution to a problem,
Always.
but it's got to be profitable.
Yes.
At some point, the mission is it's got to be profitable. Had many, many failures, had many things that didn't work out,
Yeah.
but ultimately more worked out than didn't, because you just keep trying.
Yes. So obviously having success as an investor, but I do want to get to the founder side of things, because I know that is such a daunting world to be in as well. So when we talk about you as a founder and you were bootstrapping, what did that look like? Because there's going to be people that are going to be watching you that are bootstrapping their businesses, and they're looking for advice because it is lonely. It is a scary place. I know you said that you got into issues with like credit card debt and things like that. How far did it go?
So it wasn't issues about credit card debt. It was deliberately using credit cards to borrow.
Okay.
And being very cognizant of the fact that I did not ever want to get into credit card debt. So only borrowing what I was capable of paying back. And using, they would have these different offers of 0% for 6 weeks or whatever. And using that money so that there was just enough money in the bank accounts for the business to cover payroll for the next 6 weeks. And then we would figure out, okay, after that 6 weeks, where's the next 6 weeks going to come? And it was that gradual, short-term goal setting, but constantly keeping our eye on the ball of making sure that the monies were going to be paid off, absolutely no debt issues, because I was also trying to build up credit at the same time.
Which is crazy to me. I love to hear that. So I'm interested because obviously like the world of finance, if you're some people either get it or they don't get it. And you see a lot of entrepreneurs that come in and their books are a mess. So you were already, so was finance something you were doing early on?
Yes, partly because of having worked with a large corporation for about 9 years as an area manager. So I managed Eastern Canada, and I managed multiple locations. I had been a branch manager, I had been an area manager, and so on. So you get to know the financial side of things and get to know how things work. And as well as being astute, having a business background, being astute with ensuring that you can learn obviously I have an accountant, I have lawyers, and I have other, advisors. But you need to know your stuff. You can't turn around and have your head buried in sand and say, well, okay, I thought somebody else would look after it. As an entrepreneur, one of the main things is you've got to wear multiple hats. And the key hat is financial. And that is really important. It's daunting. And I'm still learning something new all the time. But it's so liberating if you get to know your stuff. So it's part of the power, and that's why we entrepreneurs want to be entrepreneurs, because we want to be in control. You want to manage your own affairs and your own finances and so on. Part of that comes from learning how to manage those finances. So, and I would go to the bank and say, okay, tell me what your go-to list is. What do you need to see from me in order to provide me with credit? They would give me a list, and that was my report card. I had to deliver that And I knew, I mean, it was, so that's where I've often been asked, women in business, was it more difficult being a woman, etc. I honestly have to tell you, I didn't treat it as I'm a woman and I'm being treated different. It was, this is what you need. I'm a business person.
Yeah.
So if I need to deliver this, man or woman, you are delivering what the bank is looking for.
Yeah.
So having that pragmatic approach, I think in your own mindset, is actually, again, powerful, because you're not looking at becoming a victim and saying, oh, the bank's not giving me a break because I'm a woman, and so on and so forth. And I think carried forward today, there's no better time to be a woman in business, because there is a lot of attention, there is a lot of opportunities and groups and mentors that are available. But I think at the same time, treat it as a lesson that you have to learn and how to deal with, rather than a opportunity to say, okay, I'm a victim and I'm a woman and I'm not going to be given those opportunities.
Yes.
So that's where I think you're absolutely right when you said, I see so many potential success stories here that are women, but at the end of the day, male or female, is it a good success story? Is it a powerful business? Is it offering a solution to a problem that exists? These are the important elements.
Yes. Is it profitable?
Is it profitable? And is it going to be, and is it going to scale?
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many people that run cottage industries, which are just enough. It's more of a hobby that makes a little bit of money. That's not a business that you're going to find somebody wanting to invest in.
Yeah.
So I think that's where, I tend to be a little bit more of a straight shooter, coming from a point of experience and coming from a point of view of knowing that the sooner you get the hard truths and you accept them, the sooner you're on your path to succeed.
Yes. Awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate your time. It's
Thank
great talking
you.
to you.
Thank you. And again, I have to say, this NACO conference has been terrific.
Yes.
Hats off to the organizers who pulled it off, I understand, in a span of 4 weeks. And it's just been absolutely, and the energy and the exchange and the panelists and so on. And I do have to put one last word in for SheBoot, which is specifically an angel investing geared towards women. So it's women investors investing in women founders.
Yep.
And I think, we're again, there's some terrific people here that have essentially set it up.
Wow.
Julia Elvidge, Jennifer Francis, and Sonia Shuri.
Yep.
So I think, again, I just want to put a little word for that, and that we're inviting women from all right across the nation to come and participate.
That's awesome.
So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, terrific.